8, like I said, between Albuquerque and here, we've done this back and forth every 2 months or so. So in 4 months from now, we'll be back up here, hopefully before the end of the year. And 2 months from now, sometime in October, we'll figure out it'll be down in Albuquerque. We've had, like I said, 7 events previous. That's roughly 98 sparks. Coming up on 2,000 slides that have been presented to the world. So let's keep that moving. That's right. Tyler was first. Tyler, you're going to kick us off here in Ignite New Mexico 8. Good luck, buddy, and I'll see you when you're done.
Okay. All right, so you can hear me. Okay, so we're talking about geodata, seeing the invisible. We're talking about geotagged information, geospatial information. There's an obscene amount of digital information all around us right now that all we have to do as developers is expose that. It's invisible, but it's there. At the top, there's this Lombard Street, it's the famous curvy street. I know this from Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the Nintendo 64. It's one of the levels. Here's at the bottom, a bunch of Flickr images all over. What is geodata? I explained that. It's, well, basically latitude and longitude attached to some sort of digital information. API is a way of accessing information on websites and different organizations that provide that data. One example is this cool one, OMG Rainbows, and it's interesting because it takes the angle of the sun and correlates that with weather data, precipitation, and you can get ideas of where rainbows might occur. Google Maps is an API. It's a simple one, well, actually quite complex, but at the top there's a giant paper airplane. At the bottom, a house made out of guitar, actually a guitar house. And it's from this app on the iPad called Curiosity, and you can explore the world and see all these cool things that you kind of like Easter eggs that people find. Lots of different APIs out there exist, and there's a lot of opportunity out there for everyone to just take advantage of data that has never been available to us to create with before. You can geocode things. Flickr does it this way. It's pretty standard. You get a map, then you get a pin, you put that on the map, you save it, and now your data has a location. You can do it automatically. All the phones these days, modern phones, they have GPS built into it. Also watches and cameras, things like this, they do it for you. So we're starting to look into like people collecting data sets, collecting objects and locations. Bump is one of the complex, Joshua Thorpe and Fabio Carrera. It uses accelerometer in the phone and finds potholes in cities as you drive around, picks those up. So we can start making that data available, and there's some players in this field. Simple Geo is one of them. They're solving the complexities and challenges of scaling this sort of data, and they have this marketplace, and what's great about it is, well, at least they've proposed that they've discovered a way to normalize all the location data, so you're making one call to the server and you'll get back all the layers you want, Flickr, vegetation, whatever. This is another screenshot from Curiosity. We love aircraft noise, and unrelated, there's an aircraft graveyard. I don't know what happened there, but it's interesting. I'm the kind of guy, like on long flights, I look at the map the entire time and see where we are, or even sometimes on the napkin there's a map on that. OpenStreetMaps is pretty cool. It's like the Wikipedia for maps, and anybody can go in there and change the roads, and so it's sort of we don't have to worry about the terms of service in Google's maps anymore. We can just use OpenStreetMap. Here's Foursquare. You might be familiar with checking in. You go to a place, you check in with your phone, you're there. Joshua T, I don't know who that is, but he is the mayor of the Santa Fe complex, and he's checked in a bunch of times. People actually get special privileges for checking in. There's some malls in America, and they give parking spots, the best parking spots to the mayors, whatever. So it's actually really interesting. There's sticky bits where information is attached to, okay, these are just some things that I wrote down. Location, real time, go together. Okay, that's like real-time streams, what's happening now, locations. Okay, value of an object, location decreases over distance from you. You're interested in what's close to you. You're also interested in what's going on now around you. And so that data is very valuable compared to the other data. One thing I like is Google aerial maps, and so they're going around flying planes, you're getting like a 45-degree angle of the world, north, south, east, and west of a bunch of major cities. You don't have to penetrate the Earth's atmosphere anymore with satellites, you can just get incredible detailed shots. This was one of my newest apps, it's out now, Flickr Photo Map. Top shipwreck, I did a search for shipwreck, found all the shipwrecks, zoomed in, got a photo. It's kind of like National Geographic, there's a boat, you see it satellite, and also first-person perspective, so that's what I like to do. And these are just the last thing, this is my last slide. So that's it, thanks.
It's a little idea of what it is that we're going to be seeing here. It's going to be a bunch of different topics. It's going to be 15 seconds per slide. It goes a lot quicker. Pokey, nice to meet you. I'm Steven. Here you are.
So anyway, the topic's about compost, and this is me taking a nap on my compost pile. It's not only cozy, it's warm, and it smells good. That pile in particular smells good. That one doesn't so much, and one thing I do every morning, I just turn the pile, and you have to wear this outfit too. This is the boots, well, it keeps the smell away because you can wash them. Anyway, in the office, I print double-sided, but always bugs me to throw my paper away. So I shred every ounce of paper, my newspapers, my neighbor's newspapers, to mix carbon with my compost because it needs it. So the result is, in my first year gardening, I had enough soil from the winter pile to grow a lot of greens, because I eat an enormous amount of greens every morning. It's just something I like. But I have plenty to give to my friends, so come on over. The problem is, in an household of 2 people, we don't produce much of any scraps to make it any kind of operation that you can call a soil building operation. So what I figured out, I got a trailer, and I was talking to my friend about my not having enough scraps, and he said, well, the co-op, Montanita co-op, we put 100, 150 pounds of raw vegetables every day out. So I score most of the time. I get like 50 pounds a day. So, but it's hard to get the compost because it's a coveted resource, and it goes. Like, as soon as the bag's there, it's gone. There are a lot of gardeners in Seattle. So I got this idea upon coming back. I go to talk to my neighbors. So I bring them 2 buckets, one for the counter and one for the driveway. They just, when the counter thing is full, they put it in the driveway. This is Sandra, a neighbor. She hasn't been able to grow a vegetable in 15 years because the soil is so bad. But the goat heads love a gardener. This is my neighbor. He just comes back from Burning Man. He's totally like, he's almost a vegetarian. He's going to have a lot of scraps for me. So he's on the deal. The other neighbor across the street, Maria, she doesn't do much vegetables because her husband goes fishing and he doesn't really eat vegetables. But she said she'll get what she can. I told her no fish heads or nothing. It's no good for the compost. So anyway, now I go around the neighborhood and with my new trailer, this is my new bike I'm building. It doesn't have a chain there. It's kind of for the photo, And then I collect a lot of stuff. And it makes it worth it to, make compost because I have material now. So that's what I'm working on, just collecting stuff from my neighbors. One thing I want to do is, it's not going fast enough here, is involve kids. This is my buddy Kailash, he's 13. We built that bicycle together at the Chainbreaker Collective, commercial break. And so the idea of involving kids, it's great workout. 2, it makes them somebody in the neighborhood. They're important. They do something useful. Kailash, well, he's trying to turn the compost, but it's really difficult. But at that age, I figure it's kind of an initiation into manhood to just get the kids to work out with the adults and make something important. That's one of my really nosy neighbors. Before she accepted to give me her scraps, she wanted to come and smell the pile. And so I kind of made it, presentable, as you can tell. And I showed her the worms on the other side, because they are I think every composter can probably testify, these treasure to hold in your hand, really, both the earth and the worms. So one of the byproduct of this kind of little operation I'm going to be initiating pretty soon is meeting my neighbors and showing them the garden, even giving them some of my harvest when I get one. I mean, anyway, so the city's not ready to do this. There's only a 30% rate of recycling for plastic and glass. So, organic matters, that's going to be difficult. But they're working on a truck, and I got a chance to take a shot at it. So anyway, I'm going to be calling this the Black Gold Project, and the city could take 2-5 years before they're able to collect organic matters. So I think, for me, I'm interested in doing it on the neighborhood level because it's doable. So anyway, my name is Boki, part of the Nautilus Project. We're developing, as it says, running out, right? Social utility, fostering sustainable culture, which, composting is the beginning because we need to grow food.